We start our religious road trip at a place we've heard of out in the Mojave Desert called Salvation Mountain. It's a testament to how far some people will go to celebrate the glory of God. Built by visionary artist Leonard Knight.
My name is Leonard Knight, and I'm the creator of Salvation Mountain.
The devout 73-year-old has been in the tiny desert town of Niland, California for over 20 years now. And what started as a simple religious monument has turned into a colossal adobe shrine, 4 stories high, over 100 feet wide, and coated by more than 75,000 gallons of paint.
Thousands of people visit Salvation Mountain every year, many bringing their own paint supplies to help Leonard reach for the heavens.
With that in mind, we couldn't show up empty-handed.
Hi.
Good morning.
We're looking for some paint.
You come to the right place.
Now we need a special kind of paint.
Okay, what can I help you with?
What would you recommend if I said we wanted to go paint a mountain?
Well,
That, to me, that says God.
That's color. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
We are ready to paint.
Other than a moped, Leonard Knight has few worldly possessions and lives as simply as a man can. In the back of an old truck without running water, electricity, or a telephone. The only way to reach him is through the U.S. mail.
In our last letter, Leonard agreed to meet us on the highway and lead us back to the remote patch of desert he calls home.
Man, bet your real estate's cheap out here. Leonard? How are you?
I'm glad you came. I've been looking forward to
meet you.
And I want to give you a great big desert welcome.
Is that how you do it here in the desert?
Yeah.
Leonard's career as a religious artist begins in the mid-1980s when he builds a 10-story hot air balloon proclaiming God is love. It never leaves the ground, but it inspires Leonard to build his Technicolor masterpiece.
Looking around at the desolation of this place, you have to ask why a man would give up everything he owns and dedicate his life to a mission like this.
My God, it's amazing what happened to me. Back about 1967 in Lemon Grove, California, I started saying, Jesus, I'm a sinner, please come into my heart. And I figured, God, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to say it maybe for 20 minutes or a half hour. And God, I started crying like a baby. And Jesus, he really came into my heart, like the mountain proved something.
The freedom to practice and express our religions dates back to 1620 when the Pilgrims first set their buckled shoes on Plymouth Rock. Only half of the settlers survived beyond the first winter, but their commitment to creating a religious safe haven never wavers.
Over time, the freedom afforded by the New World allows a variety of religions to blossom. Christianity grows to such an extent in the U.S. that now it comes in all kinds of flavors. Today, 5 out of 6 Americans are Christians, but we're still a safe haven. The U.S. also has as many Jews as there are in Israel, and more Muslims than Kuwait and Lebanon combined.
Leonard's love of God is so profound that he keeps building under the harshest of conditions, completely disconnected from the rest of the world. Because let's face it, he wouldn't be able to wreck Salvation Mountain in downtown Chicago.
We can't get over how this guy in his 70s keeps it up, day after day, in heat that soars to over 100 degrees.
You're not using any power tools or anything, right?
Lately, I've been using this tractor a little bit.
Well, that must help.
Like while we're right here, the whole mountain gives me the solid clay.
Leonard hand mixes all the adobe for the mountain. It's a simple concoction of straw, water, and clay that's traced all the way back to the Old Testament.
This is just like they did in ancient Egypt, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they had Pharaoh beaten on them.
That's right.
But the whole mountain's made out of that solid clay. Here you can see the 2 waterfalls in the blue paint, and the ocean in the blue, and the boat in the waves, all made out of adobe, which the mountain gives me. There's probably 100 wheelbarrow full of adobe in that last big wave out there, just to make it look like a ocean.
There is no master plan for the mountain. Leonard says it just took shape over the years.
And as the mountain grew, so did the attention Leonard received from the public.
Wow. So you actually sculpt the mountain. You don't just paint it. You
Sculpt it
and you do that how?
with a shovel,
All by yourself?
mostly. Now I'd like to take up the yellow brick road. And as we walk up, you see the two waterfalls in the blue. It looks like water.
Yep.
And this is the ocean in the blue.
Sure is hot at the ocean.
Sure wish some of that water was real.
Is this the golden road to devotion?
So Leonard, once we reach the top, do we find salvation? Must be like a water slide when it rains.
Maybe you shouldn't use gloss paint on these steps.
Yellow color.
This is it, huh?
Yeah, this is the top.
I feel like the king of the world, or at least the king of the mountain, right?
The land where Salvation Mountain sits is technically owned by the government. In 1994, county officials labeled the site an environmental hazard, fearing the impact lead paint might have on nearby soil.
But the public rallies to Leonard's side. Letters arrive from as far away as New York and London. An independent soil test is performed and the mountain passes with flying colors. The county backs down and Leonard is left to work in peace. This time, God beat government.
It's not too many countries that a little teeny shy farmer boy can fight City Hall.
Leonard, down through American history, there were certain people who showed their devotion in unorthodox ways, and I think you kind of fit into that. Do you see yourself as a standout kind of person, a rebel, or just a person who wants to express themselves?
No, not. I want to answer that point blank. Not at all, because I go to the old Bible, the old King James, the old Bible, the Holy Bible, and if the Holy Bible says something, I believe it.
But you gotta admit, a lot of people don't do this. They don't go this far with their devotion.
Hardly anybody does it.
It doesn't take long at Salvation Mountain to feel a deep appreciation for Leonard and his work.
So we figure we'll offer him a hand at keeping the place picture perfect for his next batch of visitors.
So we thought we'd do a little painting today. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm
Can you put us to work?
Yeah, I'm happy about this high gloss paint because I want the flowers to look high gloss.
Well, we got our paint, we got our brushes.
We're gonna go suit up.
Let's paint the mountain.
Just show me a mountain and set me loose.
This how you do it?
Yeah, and that's how I do it.
How we doing, Leonard?
Man, this is looking sharp.
Beautiful.
Wow. What do you say we just let that bake in the sun for a little while?
Let's just do that. And thanks an awful lot for coming.
Oh, thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.